Of all the post-WrestleMania shows that have taken place over the years, this was certainly one of them. I'm John Redden with my review of WWE Smackdown, and finally Smackdown has a legit wrestling commentator in Pat McAfee. Life, exuberance, energy, a whole bunch of good traits, and man, he called it wrestling. Then he got yelled at. Vince McMahon's a goddamn wrestling show. Here's an idea. Can we pay an option to get, for a premium to just hear Pat McAfee call the action instead of Michael Cole? You know, that goddamn ear infection-causing, cliche-ridden douchebag motherfucker that shouldn't be on commentary anymore. He's so fucking bad. His job, he sucks. He fucking goddamn sucks. I hate Michael Cole as a commentator. Do I hate him as a person? No, I don't know him as a goddamn person. Sure, he's a nice guy. I mean, he's basically a Vince McMahon puppet, but he fucking sucks. He's fucking rotten. And the fact that he is considered the voice of a generation, hate to say it, but maybe that's why some of this generation isn't all that smart when it comes to appreciating good wrestling commentary. And if you're a fan of Michael Cole, that's fine. I'm sorry, but Michael Cole fucking sucks. He deserves to be chased out of the goddamn Thunderdome and into the goddamn airport. And I don't care, sent to the fucking Bahamas or something. Enjoy your money, enjoy your time, but stay the fuck off of a wrestling program because you're not any fucking good at it, you goddamn stupid douchebag motherfucker. Anyway, the show actually wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Pat McAfee is an immediate upgrade, and I'm still waiting on that premium, so we can just hear his commentary, because, God, he really is fucking brilliant, and Reigns and Co. show up, so Heyman and Jay, the J-Men, if you will, and said, if I look like Roman, I'd never wear a shirt, so Pat really starting to show off hot. The Roman Empire continues its stranglehold on SmackDown, unlike the stranglehold that happened in Atlanta on June 25th of 2007. If you get it, you get it. Heyman talks about Bryan and Edge being married to Hall of Fame inductees. Only one of them deserves to be in the goddamn Hall of Fame. And I'll give you a hint, it ain't the one Bryan's married to. But anyway, Roman goes over what he did. Cut the check, fire up the jet, and let's go. Roman is going to be in Hollywood right after WrestleMania 39. There is no way that Roman Reigns is going to last much longer. And I'm not saying because he doesn't love what he does. He is, sunk his teeth in this role, and he's doing great stuff. But clearly with his, health, his health being in question, at one point, and the pandemic and stuff like that, and the fact that he's in his mid-30s, he may want to go to Hollywood. He may have gotten a taste of that from his cousin Dwayne, or, his relative Dwayne. The Dwayne. Rock the Dwayne Johnson. So anyway, here's Cesaro, and Reigns says, you're not worth my time. Bye. By the way, they kept replaying the Cesaro UFO thing from WrestleMania, a lot. Now, it was cool the first couple times they replayed it. Oh, okay, and then finally it was to the point where it was like we were being, probed violently in a UFO, which, trust me, is no fun task. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me how I know that. And again, always delete your search history. So, Cesaro talks to Sonya and Pierce about wanting a shot at Roman. He doesn't even need to put the title on the line. Sonya says, that's a good idea. We'll talk about it. So, we then get Otis with Gable versus Ray with Dominic. It's a feud I don't care about. It's not the match is bad. I just didn't care. Odd crucifix pin, 1, 2, 3. Cool. Was what it was. Kayla interviews Heyman. Reigns is a star. And then he talks about, all the tears that Tampa Bay, had trailing out of the goddamn arena. And then back into the arena. And then back into the stadium. They were all over the goddamn place because of the rain delay. And how Cesaro will face Jay. Great, we're putting Jay in front of Roman again. I get the point of it, but I'm sorry. This is getting old. This is really getting cliched. They need the other Uso back. Just trade him out and everything. I mean, I don't know what's going on with, let's see, Jimmy and Jay. What's wrong with Jimmy? Is he injured? Is he just home? Legit, what's going on? Get somebody else in there because Jay doing it, yeah, he's having some good matches, but it's gotten stale. So anyway, then Sammy talks about conspiracies and poisoning the mind of Logan Paul. The guy that filmed a dead body in that Japanese forest. And I don't care if he defended wrestling. Good on him. Still filmed a dead fucking body and mocked the Japanese culture. So I don't care if he was younger. He fucking deserves to be mocked for that. Good on you for defending wrestling because the wrestlers would kick your fucking ass, you goddamn piece of shit. Result of, at least 3 generations of inbreeding. The goddamn parents had to have been inbred to have stupid kids like that. So anyway, Owens versus Zayn. And, okay, the Mania rematch was well wrestled, and then Zayn finally said a number of minutes later, hey, I'm just going to leave. There were a lot of commercial breaks, ill-timed commercial breaks here. I don't know if it was just the fact I was watching on the Fox Sports app or whatever, but has anybody noticed the last, number of weeks that SmackDown's just had badly timed commercials? And then Apollo, and who was Dabba-Kato, but is now Commander Aziz, the Nigerian nail. And if you get that, you get that. Aziz Light! Man, so many jokes to be made here. I'm not going... I like that Apollo is getting a bit of a push, but I don't know how this gimmick's going to come across. It's okay. If he's invested in it, that's fine. I almost don't believe he's invested in it. It seems like he's playing a character and he doesn't quite believe it. And also, I'm sorry, Commander Aziz. Now all I'm going to think of is that Fifth Element quote. Street Profits have a celebration for Bianca's win at Mania. And it was good stuff. It was good stuff. You could tell that Montez and Bianca mean a lot to each other. Montez was so happy for his wife. This is good shit. Really good shit. Bianca was emotional. The one complaint I do have about the show, though, no debuts. No debuts, no call-ups from NXT, no call-ups on Raw. SmackDown was better than Raw, but it wasn't much better than Raw. So they got to rectify that. And I will be doing a video on the releases. The WWE releases that, so far stand at 10. And I'm going to have something to say about a few of them. In particular, I'm going to have something to say about Kevin Dunn and Johnny Ace. People power. That's all I got to say about him. Marrying, the Bellas, leftover roast beef for a mother. But anyway, that's a little bit of a tease for how I feel about, some of these things. It's like, we're just getting started. And then the Black Eyed Peas came out and performed that. No, I'm kidding. And then we cut to Sasha being annoyed and storming off. She still got that slash mark on there. And then Bayley talks about, well, she wants another shot. She wants to roll back against Bianca. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Profit versus Rude and Ziggler. Tag title match. I said champs didn't even get a TV entrance, so they're losing. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Pat says wrestling and immediately says sorry. I'm sure Vince was yelling in his ear or Dunn was. It had to have been Vince because you can't understand what the fuck Kevin Dunn says because the stupid Bucky Beavertooth motherfucker likely has to pay for sex, and even then, the women are probably doing it under a lot of duress, so he's probably having to pay a lot, of the millions he's cashed out for those stock options just to even get something close to laid, because who the fuck would want to sleep with somebody that goddamn ugly and that goddamn soulless? And I'd say that to his fucking face. And Kevin Dunn wouldn't say anything. He's a goddamn coward. It's a shame that Kevin Dunn wasn't in, that wasn't near that car fire that his dad was in. That's all I'm going to say. Because then Dunn wouldn't be in wrestling. So anyway, we get a frog splash or two. It's broken up. Then blind tag, zigzag, 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's it. More replays of the UFO stuff. Cesaro says that he will prove he belongs. Then we have Shayna with Nia versus Natty with Tamina. And I'm going to say exactly what I said on Twitter. I said this match is going to go 5 minutes or less. It's going to end in a roll-up. I hate when I'm right. Why can't they use the women better? You have a 2-hour show. Why couldn't you have put another women's match on there? Genuine question. Call somebody up. Do something. Use Vanessa Bourne. Use Io. Have Tony and Dakota come out and friggin' hit each other with kendo sticks. I don't care. Do something. Anyway, roll up 1, 2, 3 in about 2.5 minutes. And, it's never good when you eat someone's patella was a funny line from Pat. And then we get a Raw plug for Charlotte versus Asuka. I'm going to say the same thing I said on my Raw review. Why not just give the title to Charlotte? Because that's what you're going to fucking do. I do want to say one thing, though, in defense of Charlotte. I am not a fan of the Charlotte character. I wish nothing but the best for her and Andrade. I have made comments about, and she's not the only one getting plastic surgery. I've made plenty of comments about that. If she's healthy, she's happy, that's great. There was one person that made a comment, a particular comment about her being looking like a trans hooker. There are certain lines you don't cross, and that's one of those lines. That's all I'm going to say. That wasn't cool. You can make comments about how, oh yeah, she looks like, she's maybe had a few too many Botox injections. Because every wrestler's had that, or at least the vast majority have. But that stuff, no. That's not cool one bit. And also, I wish, again, nothing but the best for Charlotte and Andrade, but that was fucking horseshit. But again, they might as well just give Charlotte the goddamn title, because that's what they're going to fucking do. They're going to fucking torpedo Rhea's momentum, like they did at WrestleMania 36. It's going to do nothing for the title picture, because the vast majority of people, I don't think, want to see Charlotte anymore. If you do, that's fine. And then we get Jey versus Cesaro. Good match. I'm also kind of over the main event Jey Uso thing. We get a swing. And then Rollins shows up and beats him down and says, it's not over. It will never be over, Ole Anderson. It will never be over. Why I made Dusty some kind of weird preacher there, I have no idea. But yeah, it looks like we're continuing this. So Cesaro versus Reigns will probably have to wait a little bit because we have WrestleMania Backlash in about a month. Show wasn't all that good in case you couldn't tell. It was fine, but just wasn't good. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.